want to try and make like a space shuttle-esque rocket. First, we gotta get our materials, though.
Is this a game give you
Give.
like you've done this percent of the game?
No, the old one did after you beat it. So, I have no clue what percent I'm at. I just know it's not a lot. And we're back making version 2 of our rocket. So, once again, just like last time, I'm going to start by cutting out logs to make the base of the rocket. Or the general frame, rather. So here we're making the central fuel stage. As well as the SRBs in a second, as soon as it wants to attach. And unlike last time, where it was in the middle of that random field, we're now at the Hudson construction site, which has a lot more materials and is a lot just safer in general. But we're going to walk this rocket over to the launch site, which is near the start of that racetrack. You know, if you just ignore safety procedures, this is a perfect launch pad. Yeah, exactly. And then next, we're just going to grab all the materials that I want, which is 2 rockets. I'm going to grab the wing over here, which will serve as the shuttle proper, at least in the original versions. Grab a couple fans for the thing, because one of the issues last time, as I'll point out here, just a sec. Oh, and some batteries, because fuel. While I am here, this has a lot of stuff that I'm going to need, so... Almost done.
Do you have infinite storage?
Mostly infinite storage. I think it might go up to like 999, but like basically infinite. Okay. So we're gonna take our batteries, and one of the things looking back is I need a solution to automatically disconnect the shuttle, and I'm staring it in the face and don't realize it. There's a lot of things looking back where it's like, wow, I am a bad engineer. That's why I didn't become an engineer. That's why I became a programmer instead. We're going to attach our rockets to the SRBs, or rather to the sides of the rocket to act as SRBs. Same as we did before. They'll give a nice, good burst of initial speed, even if they are just single launch. Next thing I'm going to want to do is grab a fan here, because as I'll point out later, and I alluded to before, we're going to put one on the shuttle, but we're going to grab the other and put it on the rocket, because the failure from last time was that I did not have enough thrust on the rocket proper after it launched, and it didn't stay in the air. So we're going to use stabilizers this time to keep it up in the air. Or keep it standing. And my plan here was immediately foiled, as while it'll launch straight up, the stabilizers both immediately turn off the second I connect them to the large prop. My thought was this would negate the need for a launch pad, which it kind of does, but not to the point where I wanted. You see, I'm even trying here to set them up with the stabilizer, set up the rocket with the stabilizers, and it just doesn't work. But we're going to take our shuttle and put it on nonetheless. And grab our final thing that we need, a steering stick to control it. And looking over it, it's not quite perfect, but the hope is this will be enough to get it to work. I'm not going to be able to control it from the steering stick directly. Drop a quick save first, just in case. I don't know if that fan's going to be enough thrust, but I hope so. Yeah, the biggest issue right now is the weight to thrust ratio, because the logs are super heavy, which is why later versions cut them out, as you'll see. Alright. It doesn't look like it would have enough thrust. It does not.
You kind of get up there.
Well, I'm trying to...
They're just trying to make it work or whatever.
Just trying to make it work, yeah.
But I saw like little lands up there, or that, those might have been clouds actually.
Okay. So we're gonna try with some more fans.
Here, okay. So what if the SRB is a little bit more oomph?
While I have failed to make a rocket, I have successfully made a trebuchet, but not quite what I was intending.
Two of those. Let's get a fan as well.
And here I'm
Have I
contemplating...
not found sleds? Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to prevent myself from falling off this time.
Yeah, what a bad.
How do I? Close out of this?
But there's some other stuff here. While there's a cart, not a sled, I can grab one of these chunks of wood and hopefully make something work with it.
The whole purpose of that is to hopefully keep me on the thing this time.
So we'll see how well that works. It's hacked together at the last minute, but better than it was.
Technically, the fuel should go here.
And relocating the fuel, I'm so close to figuring out the problem that I have artificially created for myself, but today's not the day I solve it. And right here might be one of the biggest mistakes I make with the final fan.
Okay. Final idea is it's going to need to reorient itself at some point. Okay.
So my thought there
I
is,
feel confident with this one.
I thought there is to make it go in a slow arc, but
Like, I'll literally reload the save if it doesn't work.
it ends up fighting the stabilizers.
Test one. Can I just control it like this and it won't kick me off? No.
And Rude Awakening, because once the save reloads, the rocket's gone.
I am about to play a game that I've not
Oh,
played
what?
in a minute.
It deloaded it.
So I gotta use auto build. Wow, I had so little zonite back then.
Smash? Alright. Oh shit, it's kind of working.
And then
Oh, but fans aren't enough to give it the thrust.
enough thrust to stay in the air. It's too heavy. And I'm a cheapo, so I don't want to
Well,
spend.
that concludes that test.
I don't want to spend all my zonite on that.
I think it's safe to say it went better than last time, but that's not saying a whole lot because the last one was a mess. So I think the next version will have to be automatic destaging.